Hello, welcome back to the Davy Brown 990 Restoration channel. My name's Barry. Today we're going to be rebuilding the hydraulic selector valve. I've been promising you this for a couple of days, but other things have taken precedence, such as my car breaking down or whatever. As you see, gearbox is still here, still hasn't gotten across the farm, still hasn't had a bath yet. Engine's back in bed after yesterday's little trip. Never mind, okay, we will crack on, we'll get this valve put back together. See you at the end. Thank you very much. This is the old minging sponge which covers the 3 breather holes on the top of that casing. What we're going to do, we're going to make a new one. And look at this. Look at this. This is a standard car sponge you wash your car with. How good's that? Huh? How good's that? Let me get a felt tip pen. Just gonna mark it there. Just gonna mark it there and there. And there. Right, so let's have a look here. I'm going to slice that off there. I'm trying to find something to keep a hold of. Like that. And that's going to replace that dirty minging little piece of thing. Right, let's get to it. Right, so all I did, use a sharp kitchen knife, cut out the replacement bit, which then, look at that, eh? You don't want to put that dirty minging bit bad on top of your nice clean frame. So we're going to pop that in now. So, got all our bits. Replacement O-ring, there's the dead one. Replacement O-ring, all the bits been cleaned, washed, new pins. I had to cut that pin. When I buy roll pins like these, I buy the longest ones I can find. They were 2-inch, and I cut them down to size. It's easier to do that rather than try and buy a bag of ones specifically that length. Just cut them with an angle grinder, round the ends up, job's a good one. Case ready to go, just needs the tapes off. We're ready to go. This will get painted chocolate once it's assembled up on the frames. Okay, that's all. A little mention, when you're buying O-rings, I bought a kit off eBay. This kit here. Make sure you get imperial O-rings when you're doing old tractors. So many people out there advertise them as imperial O-rings and sell you metric kits. I've had that done to us before. So as soon as you get them, check them, make sure they are imperial O-rings. Okie doke, let's get at it. Right then, let's get on with it. We'll take the masking tape off. So we can get at the insides. See what we're doing. when we're finished here, we'll oil up this face, the machined face, just to make sure no surface rust gets onto it. You don't want these things going off after you put a lot of time and effort into getting everything right. Nearly there. Okay, what we'll do now, we need the others off, don't we? I've got to work this off. Got some earplugs in here now, just to be these earplugs, great things for plugging little holes, all sorts of shapes and sizes. Screw them up, pop them in, jobs are good. There's another one. Okay. Now we need to crack on, we'll get this wire out of here, we'll get sorted out, put it together. Right, yeah, here we are again. This is the third time today this has been rebuilt. Why? First time I put the wrong shaft in first. This time did assemble the whole thing, downloaded the camera, and for some reason we lost the video. So I've come back, emptied it all out, we'll do it again. So, here we go. First item in is the little selector. Drop a bit of grease on here. The grease I'm using is EP2. I love a nice thick grease. Just keeps everything nice and protected till it gets fired up. Shaft goes in the hole with the little selector button furthest down. New O-ring goes on the top like such and fits down into the little recess that's in the top of the casting there. That's what selector shaft in. Now, next horse off the starting gate, this little fella. Again, as I say, I love grease, love grease. Can't do any harm. This little screw fits into that groove, there we go, fits into that groove there, in this hole here. In this protrudence here of the casting is a hollow inside for this end of your shaft to go into. Sorry, some grease on there. So that pops in, slides into that, that goes into there, slides into that hollowed out area, and that end of the shaft pops into there like so. Next one, activation arm. I've already greased this up, I haven't bothered wiping it because, as I said, it's just come back out. So I've got this goes in here, the one furthest away from you comes up, middle one comes up, sorry, I'll do that again, this one comes up, this activating area comes up, this one goes down. You pop it in onto the shaft, make sure everything's going. You'll notice I haven't put this screw in yet. I'm not going to until I get the rest of it in. Now, what we got here, selector fork arm. I'm going to pop that on the cam there, ease that up, pop that in, lower it into position on the little button of the selector rod. Now we need the shaft. Down this hole has gone the spring. 2 minutes. Yep. Down that hole you put the little spring with the ball bearing sitting on top of it. I'm going to put the shaft in. The shaft has got a flat on it. The flat is to aid inserting it without knocking the ball off at the seat. We turn the flat down, put it through this outer hole, get everything lined up, just enter it into here, just enter it, make sure the flat's facing down, enter it in, put your little punch down the hole, push the ball down, feed the shaft in at the same time. There you go, it's in. Now we can check it's in by now rotating the shaft, put something through the hole and slide it across. You will feel the ball and the spring acting as a detent in here. Now what we need to do, slide that back. I'll have a look up the hole at this side. Everything's hunky-dory. Right, we need to pop the roll pin through here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use a scriber, pop it through the hole, line everything up, turn the selector all the way over so we can get some distance in here, some space in here to punch the roll pin in. Roll pin here. Get your punch, again go down through the hole here, make sure everything is lined up. Right, gently here we go, pop the pin in, whoops it didn't, 2 ticks, pointy nose pliers. We want to try and get that just in there and get it started. I've got a large damper punch just to tap it all together with. There we go, job's in. Let's just check it all before we go any further. Everything's working, you can feel the detent working in here. The arm's moving. There is this arm which goes onto that pin there, and the little circlip on the end keeps it in. This goes through the castings fastens onto your quadrant levers at the front for raising and lowering. I'm not going to put that on at the moment because I just don't want to get bent. Now, what we've got left to do, we have a little screw to keep the arm in. So we're going to go down here. Don't go tight with it. Move this little arm back and forward. You will feel it hit the slot and it will go in. Just nip. It doesn't need to be dog tight. The reason why it doesn't need to be dog tight, obviously this is on a casting that is going to not come out of there. Whatever happens, it will not come out because of the casting. Right. Now, big grub screw on the end of the shaft. It also acts as a limit screw. We'll put another drop of green Loctite on it. I'll pop that in. So it doesn't want to go in this time. Flew in the last time. Never mind. Put the screwdriver in. Put it in there. Have a go. That's the way. Now, if we screw this in, if we turn this all the way to me and we screw this in, if you watch the carrier, you will see it start to move as this screw hits the end of this shaft. You stop when it does that. There we go, done. Back it off, little quarter of a turn, job's in. Give it a wipe, make sure there's no excess fluid kicking about. Okay, now what we've got left to do: cap to go on, studs to go in. Those were two studs. One in that hole, one in that hole. Right. There we go. So what we're going to do now, put the little cap on, two screws in. I'm going to put the handle in place, but I'm not going to knock the pin in at the moment. Don't want to be knocking the pin in because I'll be taking that back off to put the decals on and also for painting. But this is safe enough for the moment. So prop that up. Let's get a wipe. Got my cover. My nice new sponge. See the breather holes. This just acts as an air filter in here to stop it sucking the gunge down. We've got the O-ring in place. Pop our little top on. Phillips screwdriver. Again, this at the moment, this doesn't need to be dog tight. Doesn't need to be dog tight at all. It's only a little indicator panel that it's retaining. So it's just nipped. That's it, just nipped. Give a little shiny little handle. I've knocked the pin in here halfway so I don't lose it, but it's not sticking out in there. That just pops on there. There we go. What we're going to do now, we're going to get some oil, a little bit of oil on my finger. I'm just going to rub these machine faces. try and keep things from picking up surface rust. There we go. Like this one, all my exterior machine face. There's an O-ring got to go in here when this goes back to the lift arm, to the and there's the gubbins got to go inside from the back of here, which is the draft control, the automatic draft control, which comes off a draft control unit here via the cable. That's in, still in the tractor, or what's left of the tractor, across on the farm. There we go. That'll be a job soon. Strip all that out, get it cleaned across here, start getting it put back together. There we go. Job's a good one. Jolly good. Well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe, come back and see us again. Hopefully the next couple of days, if the weather stops fine, we might get across the farm, give this a bath, but it might also get the link arms off or the PTO cover off what's left at the farm. We'll see how we get on. Thanks for watching. See you later. Ta-da now.